Hey, chat. How long you been here? Oh, you're just clocking in too? You're just clocking in too? Oh, look at that. Well, let's clock in. Right on time.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Easy.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
That sounds
And
boring.
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
He likes it.
And Stanley was happy.
Stanley's happy.
And then one day,
happy,
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
He
Something
got hair
he would
on his
never
penis.
quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got...
Oh, watch out.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Man named Stanley.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Forgot I had my... Oh, you're turning right now.
Got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stepped out of his office. Oh. Chat, where's Stanley? I'm Stanlicus. No, I'm Stanlicus.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To the meeting room. Hold on, I move very slowly. Ah!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I entered the door on my left. Meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Boss office. Time to go to the boss's office.
Coming to a staircase,
it was upstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Whoa. I gotta take a shit. I gotta relieve the tank, if you know what I mean. Never mind, Stanley. Stanley does not. Boss!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
But I did know.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
That's
stepped
right, I'm
into the
smart.
newly opened passageway.
What the flark? Chat, you know me and my sensitivity.
Descending deeper into the building,
Chat, we just
Stanley
clocked in. What the
realized
hell?
He felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Why was
did
I
he
clicking
feel
those
this
buttons?
now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead
Mind
to the
control?
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But this is escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Never mind. Not today,
Of
Death.
course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Push it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Huh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What
Did he
horrible
have the
secret does this
strength
place
to
hold?
find out?
Do I have the strength to find out? Lights? Cameras?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Fired.
nature revealed. Each
Wait, where are
bore
we?
the number of an employee in the
Oh,
building.
no, where were we?
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What are we? We're 427? 427, right there. That's our desk! I see our desk! Chat, do you see it? Action!
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's
So I got
control
mind
all this
controlled?
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay, but... Real question, chat. If somebody could brainwash you to enjoy your dog shit job, wouldn't you want to take it? Because then you would do this dog shit job and get paid, but you'd actually like it. You'd like doing work for money. I'd sign up for that.
No.
As long as it didn't affect anything else.
Refused to believe it.
I
He
refuse
couldn't
it.
Accept it.
I don't
His
accept
own
it.
Life in someone else's control.
I never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
It's
Was
not
it even
possible.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the
I
world?
spent my whole life blind to the world.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'll do it. Gotta click buttons in order. 3. Where's the 1 button? One, 2. 3. Chad's dark. Is it dark for you too? I can't fucking see. Whoa. What is this? I don't want to be in it. It's gonna kill me. How do I dismantle it? Rear? Yo, this is very Incredibles. You know when he goes through the lava and then the gushy ball things?
And when at last he found the source of the room's
No,
power,
it can't be.
he knew it was his
No,
duty,
eliminate
his
it.
obligation,
You know?
to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh, I have to do it. Oh. If I said on.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Oh, I'm
Was it
uncertain.
over?
Am I free?
Yes. He had won.
I won.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Yeah.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Yeah.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
I don't give a
For it was not
shnikes.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And
It's
that was
mine.
all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through
me
the
free.
open door.
Let me free. Let me free. Let me go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The
Liberation.
feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the
New
path before him.
paths.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy. Oh! Chat, I've been playing for 12 goddamn minutes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I don't.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fuck you, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Eat my butt.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Fuck
I realize that
you.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Fuck you.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Who?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
I'm scared.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. I won't. Yo, who's been smoking? I'm picking up. Oh wait, can I unplug it?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with
I
hope.
didn't pick up the
Hope
phone.
for a
I
life
unplugged it.
united Wait, Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug
Yes,
the
I
phone?
did, bitch.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes
Sex?
in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What?
How had I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What's my name
I
then?
believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well,
No,
won't have
I did
that kind
not.
of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No, you are
Please
not.
observe this helpful instructional video.
No.
Choice.
Skip it.
It's the best
Skip
part of
it.
being a real person. But if
Skip
used
it.
incorrectly, it can also be the most
Skip
dangerous.
it.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert
Skip.
has a choice. He could
Rupert.
invent a machine that eliminates
Okay, you
food
got me.
shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Mmm.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
Fish.
yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought.
Can I
then
skip this? Oops. Ah! Fuck!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Eat
he had
my
simply missed a memo.
asshole. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm stuck.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley,
fall
I
off.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
Can I
here.
fall off?
I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Do they really? Oh, do they really?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Can we already beat the
What
fucking
did it
game?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way.
You
to
didn't
the
say my
meeting
left,
room,
your
and
left.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
No, I
lounge
don't.
first, just
No, I
to
don't.
admire it.
No, I don't.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I didn't. I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, hold on. Can
I'm
I?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
No.
I don't know how to
Not really.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I already saw
Let
it.
me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
I'm listening.
Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Yay!
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Do better.
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right. Huh? What the hell? What the hell?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No.
Again, honest answers, please.
I'm trying.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it?
Ah, no, I'd love to.
Let me boot it up.
Boot it up. Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
That one.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Okay.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Sure.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Pac-Man? We can play Pac-Man.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Whoa! This game!
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory?
Is this being the fire
motivation?
one thing?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
No, I'm not.
For some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No. I'm supposed to stop fires.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
You're a creep.
There's even more. Come, let's venture out
Yeah, let me
and
out.
see what else is out there.
Let me out. It's windy, bro. I'm playing a whole new game, chat. I didn't even have to pay for that one.
Oh no.
This one.
No, it can't be. It
Yeah.
is. It's an open world game. Good
Wow.
God, quickly, block it off.
No. Hey!
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call.
You dick!
You really wandered off
I
into
was gonna go to
that
Jonesy Lake.
thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Oh, hold on, I see a gap.
Preferably
No,
something
hold
with
on, I see a gap.
walls. Something with nice,
No.
big,
Hold on, I see it.
insurmountable walls.
If I could just... If I could just...
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Chat, I think I shit myself.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
Whoa,
what
this
I
is
had in
Rocket
mind.
League.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now,
Where's the
this
cars?
is game design.
Where's the
Stanley,
cars?
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Where's the cars? Where's car? Oh,
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
we drive. We drive. We
There are
drive
lots
cars.
of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind
Yeah.
back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
It's Rocket League.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We
g-
shall
g-
run
g-
the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where's my car? Yeah. Oh. I'm a fucking score, dude. Oh. Oh shit.
Are you doing it? Are you winning?
Oh!
Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable
Get in!
little story that I worked so hard on?
Oh.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. I can't see anything. Oh. What's going on here? There's a light. Hey, it's my desk. Oh, Jesus.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
He's
I
gone?
wonder if
I'm
he's
gone?
happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yep.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
No, I don't.
just to admire it.
Fuck, I keep getting stuck on this door.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I'll do it this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I'm going down. I'm yelling timber. The end is never
But
the end.
Stanley
Is never
didn't
the
want to
end.
go
Is
back
never
to
the
the
end. Is
office.
never the end.
He
the
wanted
end
to
is
wander
never the
about
end.
and get even further off track. So
Yeah, I
now
do.
in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Well, if I want to go left, you open this door. Damn it. Okay, left it is.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
You fucking bastard.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
That car was gonna run me over.
No. This
Wow.
isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Yeah.
Right, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole
it's 'cause of
story
my
is
eyes.
completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I go that way. Inner guilt. That's a goddamn fucking maze. Huh. I'm back. Oh, I'm getting the
I'll
heebie-jeebies.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Wait.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
I win!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
You said I win.
You didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I put in 35 minutes.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Density.
Thought, wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no.
Here we are.
Again, Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
We are.
trusted you, after everything we've been through,
Pirate.
you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
It's gonna get worse, buddy. Okay.
You know what, Stanley?
Yeah.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Nothing.
We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
That's right.
Something exciting, daring,
Mysterious.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
You're so happy. What direction? This way. I'm good at wandering.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
really.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go on. Use your imagination.
Romance.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
Hello, Line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
I
No
kinda
lines
like our
or
line.
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Going away. Bye, Line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
We
From
do.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Left
In
or
fact,
right?
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Okay, but
Come, Stanley. Our destiny
the same goes for the left.
awaits.
Fine. Oh,
Hold up, what's this?
doesn't matter.
Oh,
Didn't matter.
the confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the
17
game
minutes.
eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't
I don't want to die.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
I don't want to
Whoa.
die. Destroy it.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We broke the cycle?
Whatever it is that
Ouroboros?
made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Death.
Will something happen?
Death.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll
We're
find
not
out,
really
won't we?
journeying anywhere now.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Narrator, what was that?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is that the ending?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
They
Were
have been for a
simply
while.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
This is all a dream.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. and he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
I suppose I'll wake up soon.
I'll
have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Why?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Yeah.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake
He
up,
felt
wake
the
up,
cool
wake
weight of the
up,
blanket
wake
on
up,
his
wake
skin,
up, wake
the
up,
press
wake
of the
up, wake
mattress on
up,
his
wake
back,
up, wake up, wake up,
fresh
wake
air
up,
of
wake
the
up,
world
wake up,
outside
wake
this
up,
one.
wake up.
Let me wake up, he thought
Let
to
me wake
himself.
up.
I'm through with this dream.
I'm through with this
I wish it
dream.
to be over.
I wish it to be over.
Let me go back to my job.
Let me go back to my
Let
job.
me continue,
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Please.
Please is all I want.
It's all I want. I want my
I
apartment.
want my
and
apartment
my wife.
and my wife
And my job.
and my job.
All I want is
All
my
I want
life
is my life
exactly
the way it's always been.
My life is normal.
My life is normal.
I am normal.
I am normal.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
I am okay. It's not okay!
Stanley began screaming.
Hey,
Please,
how'd you know I was
someone
gonna
wake
scream?
me up. My name is Stanley.
But
I have a boss, I have an office. I'm real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I'm a woman?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she
I'm
knew.
not.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Did she ever call the ambulance?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Everything's
Stanley
blue.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Ah, shit. Chat, what was the code? 2485, something like that.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
Yeah, what was it?
number.
2845.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly.
Yes, I possibly
By
could.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right, I did. There we go. Down we go. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape!
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Liar.
Stanley would meet
I
his
don't believe you.
death.
I don't believe you. Prove it.
The
I'm
door
not scared.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to
Yeah.
turn around and get back on track.
Yeah.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Yeah.
willingly confront his death.
Ooh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was
I'm not
loss,
scared.
like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief
I'm
and
not
shattered
scared.
life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm not scared.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a
Woman?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as
No,
the
he's
machine
not. I'm
crushed
right here.
every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Nah, I'm right here. Oh! Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path
Oh.
you can walk has
Am
been
I in
created for you long in
heaven?
advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Or in a museum of sorts. Likes it.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Oh,
No,
need shit.
perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. You're welcome. A lot of people don't take this up seriously. They just leave the clock set to 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate. You're welcome. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. They are. I'm getting it down. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. I don't have a favorite time. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I don't have a favorite time. How did it know?
This is the story.
Yeah. Quitted the game. I quitted the game and
All of his
restarted because the
co-workers were
lady said so.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new
Oh.
content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yep.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well,
Okay.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Well, we just
but
started
I'm sure
narrator.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long
We're going up.
last, it's on to
thought
the
we would go
new
down.
content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
New content, new content, new content, new content. I like new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
It
It's
just
as if the-
started.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I can jump. Cherry can jump. I can't jump any faster. I'm doing it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I can't. I can't jump anymore. Oh man. Well,
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another
like,
elevator.
why can't I have
Stanley,
infinity jumps?
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I
It's
like that I
just
could jump.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Hey,
If this is
maybe-
new content,
maybe
then I
there'll be
could just
something
read
in
you
the
the
next
whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
That's
I could count to
boring.
30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley
boring.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... oh, wait.
more content.
There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game? And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Let's
What do you
get back
say,
to it.
friend?
I ain't gonna say shit. You just did it anyways. Yo, it gets more crazy every time.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. When do we get a kiss? Whoa.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
Yeah.
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
Wow.
our little secret. Take a look.
Wow.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Wow.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley,
2013.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
No.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you
Wow.
hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Nice.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
Nice.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
I can't get through.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley.
Gas
It's a
reviews.
collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years.
Steam?
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to start.
Funny.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh,
A little
goodness.
bit.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on
Get
my
it.
otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite... What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting
Oh.
here. Not a single person to
I'm so sorry.
And you... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Okay. Narrator? Narrator? Give it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Wow.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
end is never the end, 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 is never the end. Oh, what happened here? What happened? What happened? Wow. It's pretty. Oh. Get me out of here. 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 Oh. What? Wow. I think it's broken. Well. Let's wander off, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Back.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Make better new content?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is
Sure.
what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Red is the new orange. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the
I'm
full
Jim.
experience of this feature.
I'm
play along. I promise you'll love it.
I'm Jim.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Whoa, it said my
You
name!
see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described
Whoa.
you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It
Ooh!
hits even harder the second time.
That
If
rush.
this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, we'll go back.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually... An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. I'll take
Now,
a trophy.
here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Oh,
Now, the trophy is still fully broken.
I want it.
What a wizard, Stanley. but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at
I
least
don't
satisfy the
believe you.
hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
That's stinky.
What else? Other exhibits haven't we seen yet? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Rub it in my face, why don't you?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
Eat my dick.
No, I've made my decision with... A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh,
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Narrator.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Very cool. I gotta hold the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
No.
That really should be an award if it isn't already. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But, oh goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now. Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yay!
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What if I want a reward?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games is a... You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole?
It's infinite hole.
It is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Oh,
It's not infinite, there's a bottom!
You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Whatever.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
You lied to me.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If
Sure.
that works for you,
Sure.
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
There's more? Well, that was all of them. Can I leave now? They're all closed. Yeah, get off the aquarium. You bastard. That about fell into 55 gallons of water. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look. This is the story of... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Chat, I'm gonna do the main ending, but do honest it off.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Was it 2854?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I'm gonna beat the game with the bucket, that's what I'll do.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Nope.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Camera!
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Action.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept
No!
it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
This
At this
bucket.
point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exist. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it.
Done it.
Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No!
Needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
Can I throw the bucket out so I can escape?
The bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
No.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Where's the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I have my bucket. My bucket's back. Wow. What if I... Let's do that again, but with... You turn it on.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Hey!
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
We're gonna mind control this time. We're gonna turn it on.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would
We're
be
in mind
fine.
control chat.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Must be chat.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
We're gonna call yes this time,
The
chat.
reality of his past began to sink in. Stanley decided that this machine... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
How dare you, bucket?
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Silly birds.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Wow.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Oh, wow.
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here
Oh,
in
look at
this
this
place,
silly owl.
flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Look at the penguins. Hey! I was happy. That's pretty good. I'm sure there's plenty more endings. That's enough. That's enough endings for me. Do you want to end or do you want to? Do you want to try this shop? Let's try it. Fucking Deathstroke being out here got me hyped though. I have not played this game. It just came out for free for PlayStation Plus. So, but I had no idea that Deathstroke was in the game now. Church. Can I play as Deathstroke instantly? Signing into WB services. Sure, it's good enough. Kill the Justice League.
Ah, Metropolis. It's the little things that really change a city's vibe. The weather. Gentrification. The alien invasion.
Task Force X, stop sightseeing and see if you can kill everything in sight. Got it?
Hate to say it, but Waller's right. We got work to do. How did you three get split off this time?
Hey, wasn't my fault we got lost. This time.
This time.
We should convene at the Daily Planet. It is a very central location.
There.
Still playing tour guide, Sharky. Love that.
Oh my god, that was slow as shit.
Come on, y'all, focus. We're game 7, last quarter out here.
I do not know what this means. It seems like it would be very high pressure and stressful.
Oh, does it have to have... It's not linear.
Yeah, you lost me there too, Floydie.
Oh, aren't you supposed to be a Yank, Carls? Even I got the reference.
Just don't get yourselves killed doing something basic.
Well, you know Boomer. He's always basic.
Oi! Wait! You're basic!
See what I mean?
Running too hot. Just gotta do what I do best and land these shots. I ain't letting a little shield stop me. Just gotta use my jetpack to get around.
Damn.
Too far. But I'm always prepared to hit my targets. Just switch up the guns, slow breath, and... Okay, I got this. I got it. Just can't panic. Airborne, afterburner, breathe, kickstart. Easy. Yeah, no, it's definitely easy. Made it. Easy. Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Got me some tangos, right? gear.
Easy. Okay.
It don't always have to be about accuracy, just efficiency.
What was that?
I thought we were meeting up. Shark? Shark, you gotta be nearby.
Shark time. I do have to lower the.
I am in a tunnel. It only has 2
He's
exits
in a
despite its
tunnel.
length, which seems highly inadvisable. Human architecture is fascinating.
Okay. King Shark.
Are you researching again? Can't you just look at pictures later?
The experience would not be the same, Floyd Lawton. I would never ask you to simply look upon renderings of Atlantis. It must be experienced.
I'd kind of prefer pictures, actually.
Oh, new deadshot phobia.
Nah, that ain't a phobia.
Ah, a sharp drop. Momentum, gravity, and mass in destructive concert. If only there were enemies here. That would be a splash.
Oh, who's been teaching Sharko puns again?
Maneuvering through the air has its advantages. Less land dweller refuse. Much less.
Oops.
Much less resistance than water as well. Excellent. I hungered for more enemies.
Dang. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Haha, I will dive deep into combat and control the flow from within their ranks.
Target selected.
Nice.
Your sacrifices are greatly appreciated. I wanted some extra exercise.
Hey, Sharky, you want some real architecture? I'll show you all the top brooding and cackling spots in Gotham.
Oh, I already have a list, but I would love a true Gothamite's perspective.
Quinn's got point on this one. Not many scenic views in my line of work. Can't get spotted.
Floyd, mate, you ever taken a vacation that wasn't work?
Here.
Greetings, Deadshot. Where are Harley and Boomerang?
No idea.
Not with you. That's the problem. Boomer, check in.
Boomer. Check in. I spoke wrong. Boomer. Check in.
What, me? Yeah, see, I
Ugh.
Had to fight off half of Brainiac's army. Yeah, all on my own. Yeah,
Ugh.
me! So tell us all about that big fight just now.
Yes, regale us with your tales of glorious combat.
Yeah, well, you see,
Take your time, sweetie. Let the mental boomerang make it back.
whole chunk of them up ahead. At least, 30. Gotta knock them around first to get rid of those shields. Switching targets!
Right.
Quick work for the captain, oh yeah! Yeah! Reckon I can make that. Just gotta put one speed force in front of the other.
Oh.
Oh, that's a big un. But if Deadshot and Shark can make it, I sure as hell can. Gonna need every drop of speed force I've got. Boomer, hurry your ass up. Some of us are fighting tooth and nail out here. Can't rush that.
Do you require assistance?
Nah, I handled it like a professional.
Oh, I see.
Professional. Sure.
Here. I don't get the sprint. I hold X and it just jumps.
Ah, Boomerang. You seem uninjured despite your supposedly harrowing battles. Did you not see Harley?
No, I didn't see her through all the, bodies. Hey, House, where'd you disappear to? Ain't got yourself beat up, have ya?
She's actually gonna be fighting an army.
Deadshot song. You ain't got no self-preservation, Quinn. I had to be there. Or alive.
Gotcha.
Anywho, I'll be there in a Gotham minute.
Are you puppeting the dead goons again? That shit is creepy.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's a balm on my soul in these trying times. Could be worse. I could be like Boomer.
Oi! What's that supposed to mean?
There is speculation that you may not bathe, but merely cleanse your weaponry.
Mate, where my boomerangs go, I go. Including the showers, the dunny, everything.
Yeah, you're really not helping your case here.
This is hell. I've died, and this is what my hell looks like.
Whether it's makeup or hurtling at the ground, you gotta trust the process. Ooh, is this a surprise party? Is that why you're hiding? Well, I got some surprises of my own.
Oh shit. Sorry, shit.
Conservation of momentum, honey. I do love a convenient point to hurl my body into the unknown.
Oh, what the hell?
Just like the junior gymnast finals. Swing, release, wait for back thrown, swing again,
Can I?
stick the leg.
Let me go.
Junior Gymnast Finals. Didn't stick that.
What's up? I'm here.
Hello, boys. How's your apocalypse been going?
Now that we're finally all here, we can get down to...
Almost forgot.
Let's get
there's a
down
big
to
honking group of
business.
baddies ready to descend on us like fresh meat at the buffet line. So,
Huh?
who's staying to play hero? Hmm?
I want to play Deathstroke. I want to play Deathstroke. Can I play Deathstroke?
Taking the perfect shots? Simple for me. Good thing I stayed behind. It's all about timing.
I want to play Deathstroke.
I had your personal shields modified. No automatic recharge. Every second you spend hiding behind cover is wasting my time. If you want to stay alive, you'll have to fight for it. That means harvesting shield charge from enemies in close combat.
Sweet.
Shorted them out. Moving into melee.
New target sighted.
Enemies prep. Going in for some charge.
Targeting another resistor.
There we go.
Didn't see myself just strolling into the Daily Planet for any reason. Hate this place. Had to send a lawyer after some reporter wanting their big break. Tried to put all my information out there and on blast like I don't have a secret identity. After all the Arkham shit, came out anyway. But Lane got the story. Was pretty classy about it too.
Lois
Not
Lane?
one mention of Zoe and Susan. You know, maybe this place wasn't the worst. I'll think about a subscription later. Let's get through this first.
Brainiac.
Hey, Waller. Skull ship's honked off at us. Over.
All of you, move to the objective. The Prometheum shield is up, but it won't last forever.
Reminds me of a Sunday morning back home.
Yes, the nostalgia of an active war zone. During the hammerhead conflicts of my youth.
No, focus, people. Those shark fights do sound pretty cool, though, big man.
Move to the engagement zone, Task Force X.
What goes up?
All right, weapons free. Take out as many of them as you can before I pull you out. Target in sight. Moving to engage the enemy.
I remain a skeleton. We hunt the pair, Deadshot.
Focusing on a new target.
Boom on my crime spree for one more, Ducky.
Tactical reposition.
Assessing a new target. I'm basically unstoppable. Active explosive. Moving. They're above us. Reprioritizing target. Target acquired. 1 minute until evac. Keep fighting.
Shoot you down.
We make a pair, huh, Deadshot?
They're pretty cool.
Prioritizing target.
Ow. You clean the wrong button.
Warner, get us the hell out of here.
Get to the evac point. All hell's about to come down on you.
Where's the evac point?
Oh,
Oh,
that ain't good at all.
Oh, we did. Trial by fire. Hitchhikers may be escaping patience. Arkham. Arkham Asylum.
My name is Amanda Waller.
Hello.
I am the director of Argus, a division of Homeland Security you've never even heard of.
Argus.
But we've heard of you. And I'm here to make you an offer. You're tenacious as junkyard dogs. Desperate. Hungry. You know how to survive. Now that might make you the kings and queens of Arkham, but outside these walls, the world's forgotten about you. And you're going to spend the rest of your lives picking maggots out of prison meatloaf. I could change that. I could be your way out.
It's Seer, chat.
A chance to do some good. And if...
Hey, Harley Quinn, Arkham Gazette. Just a quick question. What's with the frickin' shark?
King Shark.
I would be happy to introduce myself.
That won't be necessary, King Shark. This is a microbomb injector from our friends at LexCorp. Stick it in your target's neck, and it's good night. You want this to be where you take your last breath? No? Then help me. I only need one of you. As for the other three, you're dead already. So, show me what you got.
So,
All right, sorry.
makes sense Waller would want the world's deadliest assassin in her pocket. I don't know what she wants the rest of you for.
Knowing Amanda Waller, it is nothing good, in my experience.
What the heck is your experience? And what's a fish doing in Arkham? You got mental health issues, Shark?
Generalized anxiety, but I was brought here from my home.
The ocean?
Belle Rev
Can
Penitentiary.
you all focus for one damn minute? This is clearly a trap. Any of us touch that thing, none of us is getting out of here.
Ah, the prisoner's dilemma.
What's the bloody dilemma? This prisoner wants out.
Come on, Captain. You just got here. I've been inside 5 frickin' years.
Feels like I've been stuck in this conversation for 5 years.
True.
We please...
Oh, so sorry, Deadshot. Are we interrupting your being strapped to a gurney?
Isn't Deadshot supposed to be white?
Aren't you supposed to be shutting your damn mouth? Kangaroo-looking ass.
Whoa.
Because you are Australian.
Okay, so we gonna
Okay,
do the murder
okay.
each other thing or what? Cause I'll be straight with you. I'd kill anyone to get out of here. I'd kill you. I'd kill myself.
Nobody's killing anybody. If no one goes for the bomb, Waller comes back in here, sees she's not dealing with 4 screw-up psychos. We all get out.
So then we do nothing. Excellent. I have grown quite skilled at...
Enjoy your nothing, idiots. Maybe you should have spent less time in brain class and more time learning how to pick locks. Because it looks like Captain Boomerang...
Well.
If you want trouble, you got it. You say that you've been thinking, I just thought it. Well, if you look it,
Gross.
you know where I'll be.
Ow.
It's the last place that you might have seen me.
Oh. I think King Shark just bite their heads off. Captain Boomerang. Dead shot. King Shark. Harley Quinn.
Hey, welcome back. Who wins?
No
Baller
one.
does.
There are bombs in our heads. We are all losers.
The Shark's right. She played you all.
You played yourselves. Welcome to Task Force X.
Well. Can I be Deathstroke now?
Tight spaces. Breathe. Okay. Need a plan to deal with these crazy sons of... You're already awake, aren't you?
Actually, I'm the son of a god. It is my shame to suffer mortals and their buffoonery.
You and me both. Wasn't planning on picking up a bunch of liabilities in Arkham.
Oh, there's something in my ear! Did one of you bastards inject something in my ear?
In-ear CIC comms. Bet we can hear your bullshit wherever we go now.
You guys are making a girl miss solitary. Still, sure is nice to be out of Arkham. Thanks, douchebags.
Well, we could have started a riot like normal people. But no! Everyone's a backstabber!
It was a test. A mind game. I do not know if we passed or failed.
Well, 4 exploding heads are better than 1. Where are we going, and who are we killing?
They geared us up to take on an army.
Wait. Is that big dropkick driving the flaming train?
I am not. I have never traveled by train before.
Oh, brilliant.
Who's driving it then?
You jinxed it. This ride's like the Aussie. It's old and it stinks.
Joke's on you, love. I'm not that old.
Sharkman, pull that brake lever.
Guys, I thought working together would be a train wreck, and you do not disappoint.
Quite literally. Jesus.
Stupid asshole train! Stupid brain bombs! Stupid deal!
Hey, hold up, big man.
What is it?
Can you feel that?
Feel what? Is this a trick?
Ow.
Old school. Guess Miss Off the Books got something to tell us.
Or she made us a mixtape.
Doubt it.
Congratulations, Task Force X. If you're hearing this, at least one of you made it to the area of operations alive.
No thanks to the shark.
Silence, Australian.
Comms don't function that deep underground, so this tape will have to suffice. Here are your objectives.
Here we go.
Each of you has a C4 charge in your equipment. Use all of them to detonate the old station schedule wall. Go through. Get to the roof of the building you find. Establish comms with me.
Way to micromanage, lady.
Task Force X. These are your orders. Ignore them, split up, or piss me off in any way, and I pull the trigger on the microbombs you so helpfully implanted in one
Oh,
another's
yeah.
If you survive, we'll speak again. Waller out.
this season of Deathstroke. Whoa. Oops. Hold on, I gotta do the... there real quick. Gonna... Fix this here. Transform. Transform. Hold on, I need to see what this is. Four fifty, 450, 200, 200. Transform. Okay. That's fixed. Mood off. Oh, and also look at, oh, somehow I have Deathstroke. Wow. Yeah, I spent $10 for that. That show's ass.
Opal City. Star City.
How do I play
Why
him?
would anyone leave Gotham?
A section of it was turned into a high-security prison.
Yeah, everywhere's getting gentrified these days.
Sure.
How old's this place? 100 years?
She can't send us back in time, you bloody drongo. Can she?
How to change characters. Oh, I see. Right, fine. Oh, okay. I have to go to the Hall of Justice to do that, so we're stuck as him for now.
Charge is set.
Yeah. Try not to get...
Sure. I see it.
Line up. 3, 2, 1!
Starts popping out of the walls. I'm gonna be pissed.
How do I sprint? Sorry, chat. This game is interesting. Oh yeah, and I see my controls. There it is. There is none? Alright, whatever.
That elevator's on lockdown. Might be able to get up top if we shoot the junction box.
Recognize sure turn on auto run. See what that is. Cool.
Woo! We on a game show?
Harley Quinn, should you not be more cautious?
She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Muller.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes. And museums.
I've seen it on TV. It's the Hall of Justice.
So let's rob the place!
Idiot.
I made my power ring look a little bigger for you. Far, far away from here. There's a planet
Sorry, citizen. The Sanctum is a restricted area for the Justice League to keep you safe.
Oh, hey! So much for transparency, heroes.
Look, I know I've been called the fastest man alive, and sure, it's true.
You're in the League's quartermaster area. Sometimes, having a Green Lantern ring.
Criminals can strike anywhere, anytime. And when they do, I need to be ready.
Gotta be something we can use in one of these cases.
Stuff.
Hey, man, watch the
Ah, shit!
glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet. Back when Doc Savannah tried to lift Flash's gimmick.
Jeez.
Miss you, Red.
Grapple.
I'm still okay.
Baby!
You just grab Riddler's hat.
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility!
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where'd the shark go?
Where the heck?
Children.
Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
Shit. I'd break my damn neck.
You're probably right. Jetpacks seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway.
Come. What? You're rubbing it in my face. I can't play Deathstroke yet.
Mine.
That, hat's not gonna get you vertical, Shark.
I can make my own way up.
Damn.
Well, tickle me stupid. Sharks can fly.
All right. New toys, loaded guns. Let's get up on that roof and get our freedom back.
I don't like Harley's look. Now I can see the enhanced traversal. Arkham. S4SX. Arkham. S4SX.
When you clowns.
Let's try this stuff out. Never saw myself as a gadget girl, but when in Metropolis, yada yada.
Get schmoving.
I love this. I'm never gonna not do this.
Little help with forcing this door?
Damn.
Good to get out of that place.
Brainiac.
Hey.
Never gonna dance again.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
We are.
Cool, cool.
This has one-way ticket written all over it.
Walla? Walla! Walla! Oh, right. Oi, Walla, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location. Your orders are to activate that transponder. Waller out.
Hey.
Give me one reason why we should go out into that shit show.
Bombs in our neck.
Dumbass.
Morbid curiosity.
Ah,
Waller is not offering us a choice.
I'm ready to jump off the roof now.
All right.
Who's dropping out?
Oh.
The hell is that?
Is it a bloody alien?
Shoot it.
I suppose that counts as activating the transponder.
Great.
I ain't dying next to a steel pimple with legs. Eyes up, people.
What does that mean?
Shoot the damn things.
What the hell are those things?
Why do they smell like that? Get your guns up.
Deacon, this is why you never visit Metropolis.
Oh. Oh, Green Lantern.
Not again. Gotta
John
get loose.
Stewart.
Goddamn puffed up green asshole.
Let us out.
It's the Green
We're
Lantern.
trying to help,
Coming
dude.
to our aid.
Ah, shit.
You purple jerks! You're in trouble now. Green Lantern's gonna. Green Lantern. Nice.
Yo, I think
Hey,
he's a bad guy now.
So, what?
I was just about to ask you the same thing, Quinn. Wait, Floyd Lawton? They've got to do something about security at Arkham. You know what? I'm in the middle of a recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk.
Oh, great.
Look at that. Insurgents can't touch us. Brainiac says it
Hey,
get...
you keep saying Brainiac like it's a thing, but I don't think it's a thing.
Brainiac's the one finally bringing order to this world. Making a home for his people. All this, Soon, it'll be a new planet Kolu. That's been my mission for what, 3 weeks now?
Wow.
All that and securing loose metahumans. But looking at you, I don't see the potential. Either way, we'll put you to good use. Come on.
No, great.
Mr. Lantern, sir, I'm no matter. Could I,
Shh. I want you to see this. Pay attention, Floyd.
Let me go home, please. Get it off! Get it off!
Looks bad, feels worse. But once you've been enhanced, there's no going back. Outstanding.
You're searching for stragglers. Augmenting Brainiac's army.
The Shard gets it. We shipped out 8 million already.
Green Lantern!
Wow.
These resistors just don't respect martial law.
Aye, aye, aye.
Time to rally up with Brainiac.
No,
Ready to make
I'm
the
good.
leap?
Lantern, I'm putting 2 rounds in this Brainiac skull. Then I'm coming for you.
Yeah? Maybe I'll tell him I only found 3 metas. And 1 dead body cut to pieces.
Flash!
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
You know, that's just what I was gonna say.
Well, for free.
Waller, send us assistance. Green Lantern.
You put a target on our backs, Waller. Green Lantern would have killed our asses if the Flash didn't show up.
The Flash is alive and still human?
Well, he slammed Lantern off the roof at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
I need you prepared to bring him in. Take the recon path across the city. I'll brief you en route. You're behind enemy lines in occupied Metropolis. Maybe the most dangerous place on Earth. Humanity isn't welcome here.
Sounds like Gotham.
This Brainiac has deployed a corrupted army to secure the city. Soldiers, tanks, drones, patrols.
There's also a big giant spaceship that keeps zapping more of them in. Are you tracking that?
I see you've already stolen traversal equipment. You'll need it to stay off the streets. Brainiac's updating his defenses on the fly. Scanning the buildings for survivors.
Yep.
Nothing gets in or out except through that damn skull ship. Setting a new recon point. Go.
Running too hot.
What has happened to the citizens of Metropolis?
They've been
They are
corrupted.
sand.
Those aren't people. Scientists from the DEO say it's an inorganic residue from a mass energy transfer event. Brainiac's taken 99% of the population. Now he's clearing house.
Huh. Last 1% got a fly coach instead of mass energy transfer?
Oh, you think that's a joke? They're being rounded up for conscription.
Should we not do something?
We've tried. Those are innocent people up there. So far, any attempt to intercept triggers the drones to escape. Continue your recon.
Pushed it into the red.
Now.
Nice neighborhood. find a Flash, though.
Huh?
Wait, we were looking for Flash? I can find Flash.
Keep talking.
Well, I've got a kind of, Speed Force simpatico. and there's a sensor in this gauntlet.
All right. You might be worth keeping alive. Captain Boomerang, you're on point. Recover the Flash. Waller out.
Ha ha! Hear that? You lot better start calling me Captain Boomerang. Let's go. Gauntlet's gonna lead us right to him. If we go in the right direction. Just keep those numbers going down, and Speedy Boy's as good as ours.
I'm in the way.
Oh, we
On the way there, too.
assist Flash anyway.
The only thing I'm assisting him with is dying.
If we openly disobey Waller, she will dispose of us. Take my word for it.
I do. So, Aussie, I don't care how many times Flash clowns you on live TV. We bring him in.
Damn thing's overheating!
Targeting another resistor.
I'm in the air!
So, Lantern was the guy who put you in our computer, man?
Oh, you guessed, huh?
I'm a trained psychiatrist. You were projecting. Listen, don't take being committed so hard.
It ain't about me. Some of us still got people to care about.
Your feelings are valid.
Flash, it was hiding out on that roof. What a shit there, Kelly.
Generous of him to leave us enemies.
Guess we gotta waste them. Well, my calendar's free.
Got him.
Switching targets.
A bracing encounter.
You secured it.
Did not find the Flash.
He was here. I can bloody feel it. Hate it.
Come on.
You guys get the memo? Big invasion. Crime's on a break. Hide. Get somewhere safe.
Come on, Flash. You're making this a whole thing.
Do you have the Flash?
Sorry, lady. He's, kinda busy in a biffo with a giant Green Lantern!
Flash, you got the wrong idea about Brainiac. Come back to the Skull
I
Ship.
don't know, man. Skull Ship? Sounds pretty evil villain to me.
Oh, shit.
Out of control lantern ahead. Stay back.
Flash, I'm trying to be easy here. Brainiac just wanted to talk.
Like how he talked to you? Listen to yourself. You've been brainwashed. Lantern, wake up, buddy. See what Brainiac's got you doing.
I'm saving
This
the
is
world.
bad, guys.
That's the League's
Go!
mission. Now
Run!
get over here before I have to hurt you.
You want me, buddy? Then here I come.
Oh.
As expected, Flash got his ass handed to him.
So, why aren't we out there rubbing salt in his wounds, Boomerang?
Yeah, let's find the bastard. And some salt.
And some soap.
This is Demetrius ass shit.
Hey, Floyd. Is that genuine beef between you and Landon?
Ooh, it's nemesis. I thought that was your nemesis. Or maybe that was the other Deadshot.
He's an asshole. Threw me in a cell. Took away my life. Let's just find the flash array.
Hey, nice rooftop, Boomer. Where's Flash?
Where you at? Blood?
So where's the Flash at, genius?
You've wasted our time.
Oh, ye of little faith. Thing about Flash is, he's a coward. Guy like him sees a guy like me coming, he starts quaking in his boots. Quaking too fast to see!
Oh.
Your atomic vibration crap doesn't fool
Hey,
me,
Goose.
mate! Green Lantern really gave you the bash, didn't he? I owe him a tinny, even if he is a cop.
You can buy Lantern a beer after I put him in the ground.
Oi, this is about me and Flash. Get your own moment, why don't ya?
Seems to me like this is about...
Guys!
Great.
Waller, the area's hot. Flash wants to stay behind, hold him off. Great guy.
If he gets captured, I'll kill you myself.
You know,
Great.
I'm starting to not like her. Oh, morning, Harley. Time to fight some aliens and save the Flash's shiny red butt. Aliens, hey, Harley!
New intel. Melee enemies with kinetic shields to open them up. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Bad guy. Ow. Go.
If you aliens want Flash, you'll have to come through.
Our enemies come again.
Worst dirty movie I ever saw.
There!
There were survivors.
I'm a survivor.
They have fled recently, leaving snacks in their wake.
They had the right idea. Somebody find the back entrance.
Best dirty movie I ever saw.
Batman.
This door will not hold. We must barricade it.
You stay here, pal.
Boomerang, no, we need him.
See this? I spent a lot of time dreaming up how I was gonna kill you with it. You're mine now. And you're in for a world of... Ah, shit!
Did you just chop off his finger?
Oh, hey guys! Oh, we were just having a
I
little...
say shush. You hear that? No more freaks.
Something scared him off?
Yeah, probably Green Lantern. Oh no.
Hey,
It's Batman.
still using shadows to scare the crap out of us criminals, huh? Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people.
Batman under the control of Brainiac does. Ugh.
Are you okay?
Oh. Why hello there, Batman. Holy shnikes.
Go get him, Flash!
Well, shit.
Every woman for herself!
Damn it! He smoked us!
Well,
Drones kaput, grapples kaput. Bat used his darn disruptor on us.
Where are you? Your priority is getting Flash back to the Hall of Justice.
That ain't my priority. Come on, haul your asses to the exit.
yeah,
Just take the Aussie, Batman. We'll call it even.
Can I stay over here? Okay, shit. We tried it. We tried it for a little while. I'm upset that I got to freaking get Deathstroke, but I haven't been able to actually play him because we're not far enough in the whatever. But that's okay. I'll play him eventually. It's an okay game. I think it'll be fun enough for me to go through the story real quick. But yeah, this was never gonna be a live service. They change it up all the time kind of game. It's already getting pretty old just from this little bit. So, I'll see you guys on Thursday though. Bye.